Oh, that's ignorant. People are just ignorant and they lie and spread rumors about me.
Partially Ignorant Podcast, powered by Fly Affair Nation.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 3. If you's a yachty, welcome back to the Partially Ignorant Podcast with your host JB and the Film God, and I'm here with my beautiful and dope co-host
Farrah Charles in charge. I'm trying to find it.
Listen, I like to live in large. I think one
You like living large?
I like living large.
Farrah Charles living large. Okay, yeah.
Or
that's
trying
it.
to live large.
That's it. Trying.
Yeah.
Trying.
And we ain't gonna stop.
Nope.
Because listen, the way things is looking right now, I don't know if any of us is gonna be living large.
Well, why do you say that?
All right, so the world is changing so rapidly,
It's very rapid.
right?
Very
like
rapid.
Trump got into office, and his first, before I think 50, I don't even think it's 50 days yet. He done slapped tariffs on over 120 countries, right? Tariffs is basically taxing what comes in
Yeah.
to our country,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So now China is calling us bluff, and other countries is calling us bluff as well. Even Canada is threatening to cut off light
Mm-hmm.
to America, like some of the states in America.
It's only 4. But,
4, but
okay.
that's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
3 to 4, that's a lot.
Everybody thinks it's like the whole United States.
Yeah.
It's only 4.
See, that's
states.
why people have to stop reading the headlines and go read actually
Exactly.
what's going on. But I'm just like, damn. So if he's slapping them with tariffs and they're slapping us with tariffs, that means the prices for everything is gonna go up.
Mhm.
So imagine if you buy a $30,000 car, or a car costs $30,000. Now it's gonna be 2 times that.
I mean, okay, so
Your
I
shoes
get
that
it.
you love so much, right? Because you're a woman and it costs maybe $40, $50, right? Because of the small sizes.
Yo, I was just on Shein. That's why I said I'm gonna just hurry up and buy the whole website one time, because I can. With $200, I could buy the whole website for Shein. So I'm like, let me hurry up and buy it. So when they throw their tariffs on Shein, because they will,
They will.
everything is gonna go sky. Like, I did not know Shein was so cheap. Like, I was on Shein the other day, like, this is not real, bro.
Listen, I still haven't ordered anything from Shein because I've been skeptical, but my girl has.
What?
And I know other
Skeptical
people have.
about what?
Because I'm
Shein's amazing,
because I'm
apparently.
slim, so I want to know it fits properly. You
It's
get me?
crazy because I used to buy Shein like a couple years ago. I used to buy Shein a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and they were cheap, but not as cheap as they are now to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I guess I stopped buying like that kind of clothes. What is it called? Fast fashion. Because I went more into quality. Like, my best friend, she's all about quality. I'm like, all right, let me get some quality pieces as well. So I stopped shopping on the fast fashion websites.
Yeah.
But I went on there just to get like a little something for my little trip. And I'm like, oh, I am tripping. Like, why did I stop shopping on Shein?
Like,
Like,
I got one of my homeboys. He get Rico Suave
yo,
on Shein.
listen, you could get it all from Shein for the low. So I get the whole thing, but what did we say the first episode we did together? Get your money up, bro.
Yes.
That's the only way to beat this.
Yes.
Literally the only way to beat this. Because if we worry about what Trump is doing, bro, we'll go crazy.
Mhm.
We can't do nothing much about it. I'm not going to say we can't do nothing about it, but we can't do nothing much about it, right? We can't do nothing much about it if we don't stick together for real. We couldn't even stop shopping at Target the other day. So I just look at stuff very logically, very realistically. Okay, I don't think right now Black people are going to stand together and band together and do what they need to do.
Not now, then when?
And I'm just being 100% honest. We tried it for George Floyd and it was cute and it was really good. And then we found out Black Lives Matter was a scam. So it's like, all right, cool. Let's keep trying. You know, let's not give up. But for me and mine, I'm going to just get my money up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's the best way to beat anything that has anything surrounding to do with tariffs, poverty, this, that, whatever. Get your money up.
Yeah.
So that's why I work like a Jamaican and have 17 jobs because there's no other way. And somehow, some way, I still manage to like get time in there for my kids and make them have fun. I don't know how, but
Yeah.
I don't know. You got to spread your time, but we can't beat it no other way but getting our money up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Because what are you going to do?
Mm-hmm. And it's funny you said that as far as like letting your kid be a kid and letting your kid enjoy being a kid, because when we were growing up, or when I was growing up, I didn't know what was going on in politics or on the news or in the world. My mom allowed me to be a kid, right? I was up and down the street with like water guns. Like, you remember them days?
Yes.
Like when Super Soakers was a thing.
And you know what I love about my little neighborhood? The kids are still outside. We have
Wow.
a park outside and the kids are still outside. And I love that. And my son asks to go outside all the time. And at first I was like, no. But then it's like, nah, I got to let him go outside because, well, really it was his fault. He wasn't doing good in school.
Yeah, okay.
So I was like, no, you can't go outside. But then I was like, you know what? Let me just let him go outside because kids hardly want to go outside. And the
Mhm.
kids in my neighborhood, they actually go outside. It's almost like 10, 15 of them every
Wow.
day, just in the neighborhood, in the park or whatever, playing football for real. So I let my kid go outside because, and I don't tell them what's going on in the world like that. The most I tell my son is like when he's talking to police to be respectful, like
Yes.
certain things. You know, if someone calls him a nigga, do his best to ignore it because you don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, or punch him in their face, whichever one suits you, you know?
Right, in that moment.
Whichever one you want to do, I got your back,
Mhm.
period. But I tell him things like that because that's real stuff that's going on in the world. But like Trump with the tariffs, like my kid doesn't need to know that.
Yeah.
Like, my
Yeah,
kid-
that's what I'm saying.
my
Like,
kid doesn't need to
I'm
know none of
older
that
now,
stuff.
And all I watch is the news because
Yeah.
I have to be informed.
I do
Because
not
I
watch the
have
news.
kids. That's all I watch.
I do
You see,
not
y'all
watch
walked
the
in
news.
here and what I was listening to, the news.
You're old.
I'm
That's
old now. Like, I
crazy.
have to watch the news. I need to know what's going on.
That'll drive me crazy. See, we're different like that.
Yeah.
The news seems to calm you and make you feel good.
I
The
need to know.
news makes me, it gives me anxiety. Like
Mm.
I cannot watch. Like it's just I guess like I'm a person of energy. So whatever I'm watching, I'm
Got you,
taking
got
in,
you, got
I'll
you.
turn into that.
Got
So if
you.
I'm on watching the news all the time or whatever the case may be, and it's nothing but Trump and this and that, I'm going to take that in.
Yeah.
That's how I go on with my day.
And it's
So
weird.
I don't
Listen,
watch it.
I listen to the news to go to sleep.
Oh my God.
Like the panel ones too, with them debating. I love that. I love it. I love it. But I say that to say, right, the reason why I said, like, when we were younger, we didn't have to worry about none of that stuff. But I feel like now, because of the internet and the access to the internet, all of them kids know about everything that's
Mhm.
going on right now. And they're not being a kid, right? They're being attacked in so many different avenues right now. And it's crazy.
They're not being a kid, yes, but I do see a lot of smart ass kids that are like making changes in their neighborhoods and in their communities because they know what's going on. Like I will never forget, I don't know the girl's name and I don't remember what city, so this kind of sucks.
This is the
But
partially ignorant part.
right. She was like 13 or 14 years old, and this is when like all the like real racism and police brutality and stuff was happening. And she went up to City Hall and she was just giving it to them like,
Oh, yes.
she was like,
yes.
who's gonna stand up for us if we don't stand up for ourselves? And
Mhm.
you're telling us that we can do this, but I'm 13 and I'm, you know, like she was just giving it to them. And I was like, wow,
Yeah.
this little girl is gonna be amazing when she gets older, you know? So it sucks that they have to see certain things, but maybe it's for the better.
Mhm.
Maybe it'll spark that little brain to be the next Malcolm X or, you know, Martin Luther King. And maybe this time we can see them and really protect them so nobody else can harm them and they can do what they need to do in this lifetime.
I love how you said that.
Yeah.
There's a kid online that, damn, babe, you might have to look it up, but he figured out how to make oil out of garbage.
I saw that.
We got to protect that kid
Yeah,
too. yo.
yeah. Yeah, we do got to
What?
protect that kid.
He figured out how to make gasoline.
We
out
do
of
gotta protect
garbage,
that kid.
Man. Shouts out to him.
Yes, yes, I saw that. And I was like, what? You know what his mom does not have to do for the rest of her life?
Bro. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kid needs to be protected. They
Mhm.
kill those.
Yeah, at all costs.
They kill
Yeah.
those, yo. They kill those. People like those are like, you know, in X-Men, what are they called?
Mutants.
Yes.
Mutants.
Like those people like that are mutants.
Yeah. I actually watched a movie the other night where they killed a kid or like fake kill a kid so they can study his brain or some stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah,
See?
yeah.
And that's probably really going on.
Mm-hmm.
The kid's name is Julian Brown. He's 19 years old.
Shouts out to Julian Brown.
Protect Julian Brown, y'all. Protect Julian Brown. He about to get us all out the hood. Protect Julian Brown. Yo, you know Stranger Things is like that too? You ever watch Stranger
No,
Things?
I never watched Stranger Things.
What?
I'm not a big fan of like kiddie
Bro. This show right here is different. Like, I get what you're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
It almost has nothing to do with kids. Like, I hate sci-fi. I definitely don't like no kids shows. And anything with monsters and all, I'm not on that.
Yeah.
Stranger Things is like the best sci-fi monster kid show I've ever seen in my life. Just like, what's that other show? This is a kid show though, but it's really good. The ninja show. Cobra Kai.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Cobra Kai is lit.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed that I watch it, but it's lit.
I didn't watch it. A lot of people did watch it. I didn't watch it because I'm so stuck on like the old Karate Kid.
It's cool how they blend it though.
There's a new one coming out. Yeah.
It is?
Yeah, no, it's a new one coming out.
Oh, Karate Kid.
Yeah, no, Karate Kid in China with the Cobra Kai guy and Jackie Chan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's what my son was telling me about. So I guess we're going to see it.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, yeah, we'll go see it. I didn't know what he was talking about. But yeah, the world is crazy, but get your money up.
Get your money up.
Get your money up. That's the best solution I have for anybody. And stay prayed up, of course.
Yeah, because I would say as entrepreneurs now, it's like, how do we navigate? Because if the customers don't make money, we don't make money.
Yes. Exactly.
Right?
And that's why everybody's business is kind of shaky right now in every industry. Even the music production, all the industries are like shaky because if the customers don't make money, nobody supports. Nobody buys into it. Nobody wants to sell it.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy. That's crazy.
We can't, man.
Because you don't want to lower your prices to the point where now when things do get better, you raising the price, people be like, damn, but you was just selling this for X amount of money, you know?
I mean, you can explain the shit too. Listen, you was broke last week.
Right.
Today, you got money. You got your taxes. The price is this.
Right.
You don't notice between February and April, shit just be expensive? Because everybody got tax money. People be moving all of a sudden. Everybody moving. The U-Hauls is expensive. The rents go up, like, because everybody got tax money.
Yeah. Listen,
then between June, you know.
Y'all save some of that money. Stop going splurging with that money.
Trying to tell you, I paid off my credit cards.
Facts.
So.
It's like financial literacy is not in the Black community, and we need that more, bro. Like, we really need, because I'm not going to front. Like, I was ignorant to life insurance. Like, I was ignorant to that. Like, I thought like
a lot of us are.
Yeah.
A lot of us are. But I would say a couple of years ago, I've had a life insurance policy for at least the past 5 years.
That's smart.
Like during COVID, bro, if you weren't learning during COVID, like in the year of 2020, stocks, insurance, life insurance, health insurance, like if you weren't tapped into those industries at that point, like I understand before because niggas ain't think they could die until COVID. It was like, oh shit, we can die. So that's when I was like, okay, well, we need a life insurance policy because that's how these crackers is living out here. That's how they comfortable. So we need that. So I got that for me and my family. And then even learning stocks. Like I'm not the best stock person in the world.
Yeah, me either, but I'm trying.
But I got some money here and there spread out in stocks because the world ended for like a couple months for real. Like it was crazy. And it's like I didn't have anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, well, I guess we had a little something, but that wasn't me. I didn't have anything, you know? So at that point, I was like, I don't ever want this situation to happen again. And I have nothing. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's crazy how it's raining.
I was just about to address that. Listen, y'all, if y'all hear the lightning and thunder and all of that crazy shit.
That is not aesthetics.
That is not sound effects. Right? It is pouring outside out of nowhere. That's what you get living in Florida. It was bright and sunny. Everything was.
And it's like really a hurricane going on outside, which is crazy. Like, what is happening?
what the hell?
Okay,
Well, we already here with it.
right.
but seriously, the life insurance thing, I want to push that to us in the Black community, even if it's $10 a month.
Shout out my girl Sasha of Shoe Feature. I know that don't sound like someone that sells life insurance,
I think I know her.
but you probably do. Shoe Feature. She owns a shoe boutique
Mhm.
that I am an ambassador for. Girl, I'm gonna come see you, I swear. But she also does life insurance, and I did my life insurance policy through her.
Mm.
So since we're talking about that, I figured to
Please.
give her a plug. Shoe Feature on Instagram. Hit her up about life insurance. She'll definitely guide you in the right direction.
Yeah, $10 a month, $20 a month.
I think I pay like maybe $29 a month or something like that
Yeah.
for me and my kids.
And you can get something happen. Listen, we don't know how long you're gonna live for, but we know for sure you're gonna die. You're gonna pass
Right,
away. right?
exactly.
You're gonna cross over. $20 can get you $2 million in life insurance.
Yeah, facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
And like you said earlier, that's how the others is getting over on us
Why I
because
keep calling them crackers, friend? I need to call them others.
others.
I'm sorry.
Caucasians.
Hey, the Haitians be calling them blondes.
Blahs.
Blondes. Blondes.
Facts. So I just want to get that out there because I was listening to an interview recently, right? And I'm like, damn, bro, I really was ignorant about like life insurance because
We're so stupid, bro. And we just
Bro.
need to say it. We're
Bro,
dumb.
We're ignorant to it.
We are okay. He says ignorant. I say dumb. Same shit though, right? Like, why are we so mad that our partner came and talked to us about life insurance? Now we
Like,
think
they-
they trying to kill
you
us.
trying to kill me, bro?
Oh my God.
You trying to kill me,
I'm
bro?
telling you, we're dumb, bro. Like, to even think like that is crazy.
Like, don't get me wrong. We know there are situations where people do kill for
Yes,
or
yes.
unalive people for life insurance. But bro, you can't go in it with that negative mindset.
And that's how we all think when it's brought to us. Wait a minute. Even our parents.
That's why I had
Like,
to be
you bring
real.
that to the wrong parent, they be looking at you like,
Y'all
"Man,
try to kill me?
how I go on? What you need it for? In case you die.
So I
And
can
we don't
pay
have
for
to
the
do a
funeral,
GoFundMe. Like,
and we can
yeah. So my parents are not ignorant to it
say
anymore.
that again. So we
My
don't have to
parents-
do the GoFundMe thing.
Oh yeah. So we don't have to do a that is embarrassing. I'm
and
sorry.
a fish fry.
Yes.
Multiple
Even,
fish
no,
fries.
no. Even the fish fry we can do, but the GoFundMe, when you go GoFundMe,
Yeah.
and then it be the ones that had on all the design and shit. You better go sell all that shit.
Talk.
What? It really be those ones that you be like, hold up, this person needs a GoFundMe?
Mhm.
Wow. So I'm trying to make sure my family is not in that predicament when the time comes. But
At all whatsoever.
I'm also
bro.
trying to make sure they live as long as they can. And so I'm trying to get my money up so I can take care of my parents and my
Mhm.
children, even my brothers and my sisters. Like,
Well-
let's live good.
But the thing about it is, right, the $10 or $20 you're gonna pay is a subscription to one of these apps. That's it. So cancel one of those apps and go get life insurance.
That is a great point. My Facetune app right now is $12.99, I think.
Okay.
And I need it
Okay.
because it do what it need to do.
They do what it need to do.
That's crazy. That's a great point.
Yeah. I got
Damn, that's a
I
great
got
point.
YouTube
Netflix
music.
right now,
I got
$20,
everything.
bro.
Exactly.
And it went from 8. Can you believe it?
to 20.
Fast too. So fast. That shit went from $12.99. I ain't gonna lie, it was $8 for a long time, but it went from $12.99 to $20 in like a year. Like, hold up.
Bro, I keep hearing this thing, create something that people need
Mhm.
and desire. Like they fiend for it.
That made me realize that I'm a lazy person.
Mm.
That right there made me realize, you know what? You want things in life, but you don't want to work hard. If you
I wouldn't say that. Go ahead, but I
Yo.
want to hear your thought though.
ask anybody, okay, so I work hard, yes,
Mhm.
right? But if you ask anybody, I don't like to. Like,
Mm.
I'm a person that would rather chill.
Mm.
I'm a person that would rather just do the easiest job while everybody else doing the hard shit.
Mhm.
But that don't get you nowhere.
Nah.
And I realized that probably a couple of years ago, like, I'm popular and I dress nice and I'm cool. So, and I have an eye. I will
Mhm.
say I have a vision for things and I can put shit together. But I've been half-assing shit for so long, bro. Like, just half-assing it. Not being a person to, get this money and not do it well. I don't even get the money. I hustle the money. I don't get no sponsorships or nothing. So I'm hustling the money. Every $100 I got, okay, put this on this, put this. And I'm half-assing everything. And I'm looking at everything I've done. And to the outside, it looks great. It looks amazing. But to me, it's like, you're a lazy ass bitch. And you're not putting your full potential. And that's why you're still poor. This is how I talk to myself.
No, but
to motivate myself.
Honestly.
So I'll say like 2021, when I had my daughter. When I had my daughter, something happened, bro. Like something happened to me. And I was just like, my daughter will never, big up my son. I'm a thugs. But you done got you the struggle already with your mother. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're 13 now. You done got you the struggle. We're living out of hoods. Then we're gonna live good life. then we're gonna struggle again. Now we're back to good. So my son done seen certain shit and been around. My daughter knows nothing about that life. Right. And when she got here, it was like she would never know. So everything that you know you can do, put your all into that shit. Like study. Like that's why I went back to school so I can start. I went back to school to just start reading again, bro. I hate to read. Like I hate to read. Like I don't care what you think about me. My reading level is impeccable, but I hate to read. I don't like to read. So I went back to school to like get back into that mode of learning and reading and researching and studying because I'm realizing it's me. It's not nobody else. It's really me. Like if I took myself as serious as other people took me, then I would be out of here. So when I had my daughter, I was like, yeah,
that's why when you said you being lazy, I'm like, I see you doing so much different things and hopping from here to here to here and being a mom, being a full-time mom at that. And like you said earlier, trying to make sure your kids do things. So when you said lazy, I'm like, I don't know Juvie to be lazy, but when you explained it, I understand. It's not living up to your true potential that you know you can live up to. And I've mentioned this to multiple people before, where it's like, I don't want to have regrets of something that I know I could have done. I know I can put my all in, right? Like this podcast and stuff, this whole production thing, I know I'm great at it. So why do you keep feeding other people when you should be feeding yourself? Because they keep dropping the ball.
And right? I know you're great at it. That's why I'm sitting here.
So like, seriously.
I don't know what happened with anybody else and, wish them the best of luck. But honestly, like, if you were doing an audition, I would have auditioned as your friend. Like I would have auditioned because I see something here. I know this can be great. You have a team, you have the equipment. I mean, it's just you and your producer, but it's the team. Now me. Hey, you know what I mean? We got a team of 3 and we gonna work it out. But I see that. So that's what it is. It's like we know something in us tells us that we're great and we know how to like fake it. But we don't really be doing it. And that's why we don't get to that next level.
And see, I'm a doer. Like I'm a doer. You know what I mean?
Yes, I've seen that.
So for me, when I come around other people, I'm willing to do it all to make it look like all of us is doing it in hopes that you catch up.
Let me tell y'all this right now. I ain't doing nothing. None of this, all of this is JV. I come and sit really cute and really pretty on here. I don't want y'all to think. Give him his flowers. He puts all of this together.
But when I ask you, look up some topics, put the, get in the notes.
I mean, if I can't do that, then yeah.
Well, Farrah, you'll be surprised how much people can't do the bare minimum.
If I can't do that, then I'm no use to you at all. See, my thing is always to be an asset.
Yes.
Always. Because if you're not an asset, you're not needed. I learned that through production. And as much as there's a million people that do what I do on set, I don't really do much on set, but I make myself available for whatever. You could tell me to move the camera, or you could tell me to go get you coffee, or you could tell me to go mop the floor. I'm going to do whatever because I love being there. You know what I mean? If you tell me to go mop the floor, I might look at you crazy, but depending on who tell me, I might go mop that fucking floor. You feel me? But I make myself an asset, and I make it fun. I make it where people wants me to be there. Put it like that. You know what I mean? I don't go into a room and try to act like I'm better than everybody else because I'm this position or that position. Like I'm everything. If you ask Lily, I'm bouncing around. I'm in makeup, then I'm in hair, then I'm behind the camera, then I'm by Crafty fixing it up. Like, I'm doing everything.
Helping
So
with
I make myself.
wardrobe.
What you said?
Helping with wardrobe.
Right. Like I'm everywhere. So if you ask what you can bring to the table, you got to be an asset.
Yeah.
If you ain't an asset, you could be replaced real easy.
Easy.
Mhm.
Easy.
And I learned that when they started replacing my ass. I'm telling you, I done been through it. That's how I know how to do it right this time. That's how I know how to do it right this time.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. And I'll be like, God, that's how I know God is so real, because the opportunities that's came across my desk, bro, and I've done them,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes you don't get called back and you be like, damn, did I do something wrong? Like, was I not good or whatever? But God always makes it where the next opportunity is bigger than the last one.
Yes.
So it's like, prime example. I got a phone call yesterday. She already called me asking about wardrobe. And I told her, hey, just let me know your budget and we'll talk about it. Let's set up a meeting. She called someone else about wardrobe. And that person told her to call me.
Right.
And she was like, the way that person sold you, you didn't sell yourself like that. And I'm like, well, she was like, she said you do this and that and this. You told me you just do wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, you asked about wardrobe, so I'm not going to sit here and,
Yeah.
But she was like, well, now we're back to you. So, I got 2 movies. I'm thinking about this and that. And I'm like, all right, again, let me know your budget.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we'll talk. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's weird, but I try to be an asset in every room.
Yeah.
I really
Listen,
do.
I'm done with that. What's your budget thing? Hey, this is my starting rate. What do you want? And then we'll build a package that way.
There you go.
That's it.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
That's
like we have
probably
to
what
learn.
I need to say.
Yeah, we have to learn that as entrepreneurs and as businessmen. Because when you tell someone or ask someone, what's your budget? You don't seem secure in what you can do. And I had to learn that. And I learned that from somebody else going to a conference. And he said that, like, damn, that is true. Because I'm afraid of losing the client when I ask you, what's your budget?
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
It's funny. I wouldn't say I'm afraid, though. I think I'm just willing to work with you high, lower, medium.
That's negotiation.
Yeah.
I would tell you, okay, before I even tell me what you're looking for, and I'll give you a rate, and then we'll negotiate higher or lower.
And that's the thing, too, with her. It's like she never mentions a budget.
I don't like that.
That's why I make sure to always mention
Yeah.
a budget. Because
They'll
it's
tell
like
they'll tell you these extravagant things they want to do, and then never put a price on it.
And I'm just like, I'm talking to her. I'm like, yeah, da 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 da. But let me know your budget and then da 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 da. So again, hopefully it's a great budget and hopefully we can work.
Mm-hmm.
If we can't, we just can't. No love lost, But again, selling your or being an asset. Being an asset will have people mentioning your names in rooms you're not in.
Yes.
Because that's what happened to me yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about the way she, shout out to my girl Dressed to Envy, Mika. It was you. The way she sold me, the girl called me cussing me out. Like, why is somebody else selling you better than you? And I'm like,
Miss
I don't know, I
Producer,
guess I'm just-
you know Mika? Because you like...
yes, we all a clique. You ain't let him know we all a baddies clique. We all do our
Baddies
thing.
clique?
Yes, Lily is in the baddies clique too.
What kind of bodies in now?
The entrepreneurial baddies clique.
I
Yeah.
bet.
That's how she know Mika.
Stay right there.
What's up?
Stay right there. You see,
Where we
this is-
going?
This is great. We're not even looking at the list. We're not even looking at shit. Listen, I've been thinking about this. I'm like, yo, Farrah, why can't 10 of us, right? Just start with 10 of us.
Okay.
Come together and say, yo, all of us, we're gonna come up with $5,000
Mm-hmm.
and put it together in a pot
Mm-hmm.
and invest in something.
You haven't found the right 10.
Like,
I got 5 right now.
you got
that'll do that.
listen, let's I'm down. I'm 1, so now I'm 6. Lily might be 7. Like, seriously, like, let's invest in
What are we
real
investing
estate.
in,
I don't
though?
know. That's the thing. Let's sit down and start brainstorming. Let's create a web. Let's do some research. Because like you always saying, us coming together, that's what we're not doing. That's why we're not flourishing, bro. Like, seriously. And I ain't mean to get serious, but it's been on my mind. Like,
No, because it's easy.
It's
It really is
easy.
easy. That's how everybody else is doing
Okay,
it. We
we
just,
go
for
to the
whatever
club.
reason,
We spend $300 on a bottle.
crazy.
You see what I'm saying?
Not me though.
Then you
but-
had to buy the outfit to go to the club.
Okay, I did have to do that.
Right?
Section.
That probably run you, if you're a guy, that probably run you $250, $300, depend. If you're a name brand dude, that probably done run you $500 to $1,000.
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
We already at 15. You feel what I'm saying? And you
Mhm.
might pay for some people to get in. Right? Depending on who you are in Miami.
Yo,
niggas be
this is from
fronting.
the male's perspective. I'm like, what?
Yeah, because y'all
What's
just
he
walk
talking
in.
about?
Because y'all just walk in. Y'all women, y'all just
Me
walk
not
in.
gonna know if me have to pay. That more I'm making know. Me? Mm-mm.
And
I'll BRT. Me not gonna know where
Listen,
if me have to pay if I get in.
men, they even rent cars. You in Miami, they'll rent a
Mhm.
car for the night.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Just to pull up in the front.
Crazy.
You understand? To look like something.
I don't know where these men, those kind of men, I don't know where they came from, but I guess they always kind of, no.
Nah, that's always
No.
been a thing.
No. Back in the day, the men of that caliber that had cars and girls and this and that, they wasn't renting. They was
Mhm.
buying their cars and pulling up because they could do that. That was the flex.
Yeah.
The flex was I bought this. Now the flex is I rented this and I could pull up. And
I
it's
could
like,
pull up.
but that's not no. Yo, those guys hate to see me come in.
Yeah,
Because I am so not impressed at all.
yeah,
And I think you low key gay a little bit.
yeah.
So I be so not impressed. I will never forget, we went to a dance last year and there was this guy with all the rings and the chains
Yeah.
and the Gucci slippers and the this and the that. And we having a good time. Everybody around, I'm at the table. It was my homeboy table and we having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
And the nigga looked at me and said, like at the end, he was like, yo, I usually don't talk to girls like you, but you heard, like, what's your number? And I'm like, girls like me. He talking about like, I don't got no titties, no ass. Like, I'm not one of those. You feel me? So I was like, what made you think I would talk to a nigga like you?
You wasn't a BB alien.
Yeah, no, that ass. That's what he was trying to say. And he was not trying to be rude. Like, he was
Yeah.
trying to give me a compliment. But it goes back to the pretty for a dark-skinned girl thing. Like, nigga, I'm her. And I know
Mm-hmm.
that. So any man is gonna like me. Whether you like BBLs, white, yellow, whatever, you gonna like me because I'm
Yeah.
just a different type of girl. But what made you think I was gonna like you?
Yeah,
That's my question.
right.
True, me smile with you a little bit.
Yeah.
You think me like you, me not like you, papa. Me think you're gay a little bit. So, get the fuck out my face before I slap you. What? I was like, he got some nerve.
Yeah,
But that was a compliment from him. Like, and I wasn't even that rude because I know he wasn't trying to be rude.
Mhm.
I know he wasn't trying to offend me. He was actually trying to give me a compliment. And in my head, I'm like, watch a compliment. Boy,
Yeah.
like, you the guy.
but you know what's what's interesting is what I talked to you off camera about earlier when I was like, yo, please don't get plastic. Like,
I want some
please-
titties though, JB. I ain't
Listen,
gonna lie. I do want
listen.
some titties so bad.
just be careful. Don't touch the face.
Oh
Don't
no,
touch the face.
no. Thank God.
Don't touch the face.
No. I would never touch my face. Like, my mom is still beautiful right
Mhm.
now. I look exactly like my mom. My daughter looks exactly like me, and we're gonna keep
And if
this
you go to
tradition
the gym,
going.
if you go to the gym and eat good, I promise you get thick. I promise you.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not going to the gym,
I'm
bro. But
She's straight up shut that shit down.
not going to. I hate the gym. Yo, when I see girls going to the gym and getting fine, I hate them
Bruh.
even more. I really do. Like, damn, they suck for having like all this consistency, and they're just so disciplined. And
Yeah.
fuck those girls. I really do not like y'all, but I got a lot of friends that's like that. I just met one at my
Yeah.
friend Jeannie party. She was so fine, but I couldn't see her body.
Yeah.
But we clicked, and she went by herself, and I went by myself, and we like, oh yeah, you a single mom? I'm a single mom, girl. Hey. And then I saw the bitch on Instagram.
Yeah.
I said, oh, this is one of them gym bitches.
Because they wear the pump covers. You don't want to show.
Yeah, she had like, she looked amazing. I thought she was a model. She said no. She's like, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I said, well,
Mhm.
lucky you, bitch. But when I saw her on Insta, this girl is bad as hell. Like,
Yeah.
bad as hell.
Farrah, like, bro, you don't understand. If you go, give yourself 6 months. Go to the gym consistently and eat properly, bro. Your thighs gonna swell
What is
up.
eating
Your
properly?
booty gonna swell up. Well, for us, we skinny, we can eat anything, right?
Mhm.
But you still gotta eat clean.
Like,
You know,
what?
but you-
What's eating clean?
I mean, just eating steak, but eating the right, cut of the steak.
What's
You
the
know what I
right
mean?
cut of steak?
Just don't get no cheap steak. Like no
You're gonna ask a
$4 steak.
pescatarian? You're gonna ask a pescatarian?
Don't eat.
Right.
No, but I used to eat those type
Right.
of stuff. You know what I mean? But eating healthy is just eating clean chicken. Like not, you know what I mean? Eat farm-raised chicken. Cage-free birds. Not chicken that's caged up and eating each other and passing on
Fuck is
disease to
Javian
each
talking
other.
to right now? Who is Javian talking to? Me?
No McDonald's. And
Me
Burger
I talk
King.
to? So where me forget them chicken they from?
What do you mean? Go to the store.
Them so expensive, Javian. You see how much groceries is right now?
This is a great topic right here.
I'm saying though, let's talk about
but
it.
you gonna kill
I
yourself
pay my
faster.
rent. I pay light.
Mhm.
I pay Wi-Fi. I pay water. I pay kids'
can meal
clothes,
prep.
shoes, all this shit, right? And no, me for go skip the $11 chicken, right? And go to the $20 chicken.
Nah, sometimes it's $3 more. Sometimes it's
Javian,
$3
do you know
more.
how much eggs is right now?
Yeah, trust me. I gotta eat eggs because I'm in the fitness thing. I eat about 4 eggs, 5 eggs a day.
Oh my
You
god!
hear what I said? A day. Okay.
Your groceries sound expensive.
It is. Well, no, I'm pescatarian, so I don't eat all that meat shit. So.
Yeah, but your stuff is even more expensive.
Fish is expensive. Yeah.
Fish is expensive. Veggie this and organic that and
grown food.
all that shit is
Grown food
expensive.
is not that expensive.
Shout out to my baby mama. My big daughter Satya, her mom.
Mm-hmm.
I know when this world end, I could go live with her. Cause she got a farm around there. She got chickens.
See, I like what
She got
on.
ducks. She got cows, horses.
Introduce me to her. I like her already.
She
can
got
put me on.
all that type of stuff. She growing her own vegetables. So I know when she hit the fan down here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going right to her house.
Real shit.
I'm glad I never warred with her
That's
while
my
I was with my
plan.
baby father. For real. Cause now we close.
Yeah.
She know me and my kids. If you
Mhm.
know, if niggas really need to find bunkers and
Yeah.
they shut shit down, we coming to you.
How is co-parenting between you and the father
Oh,
of your child?
You're really good. Right now it's good.
Yeah.
Right now it's good. I think it was rocky in the beginning because we weren't used to it. We weren't used to being without each other, like for real. Like, oh, this is really it. Okay, cool. And then I never been a single mom in my life. It's
Mhm.
crazy. I had my son, and then I had my daughter when he was 8. So I've had like my baby father to like help me with my kids
How
this
long y'all was
entire
together?
time. 10 years.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a long ass time. But I never was like by myself with my kids ever. And if I didn't want to be with them, I didn't have to. I just leave the
Mhm.
house and leave them with him. But now it's like, dang, like,
Mhm.
I don't have that. Like I really have to be by myself with my kids, but it's cool. Like over the past year or two, I've learned to like be by myself with my kids and understand my kids and stuff like that. So it's cool. Right now, co-parenting for me is cool.
Yeah.
Like,
What was the hardest part of it though? Like, was it y'all finally breaking up and you not being over him or he not being over you? Y'all been together so long. Did it get toxic in a way? And we don't have to get deep into it, but did it get toxic in a way?
I just think when I got with my baby father, I was really young. I was like
Mhm.
22, 23. And we grew apart, I feel
Mm.
like. I feel like when we got together when I was young, we had the same interests and we liked the same stuff and we were into the same stuff. And as I got older, I kind of got distant because I just didn't like the same stuff anymore. So I think we kind of just grew apart. And I don't think he could understand where I was going. I don't really understand where he was going. It was like a disconnect there. And when I finally was like, I don't want to do this no more. I just didn't want to resent. Like, so this is the thing, right?
Finish that thought though. You didn't want to resent.
I didn't want to resent him.
Okay.
And I didn't want to stay with him knowing I didn't want to be there no more. Like,
Okay.
just for my kids. Like, I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
Like, I believe if you're not happy as the parent, you can't make your kids happy. You'll
Mhm.
always like resent them or resent him or resent somebody, you know? And I didn't want to be one of those moms. So I was like, all right, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm sure I don't want to do this anymore. So let me just walk away from it, right? And of course, it's not that easy. But I think when you stand on business about something and you stand on something like you believe or whatever, like eventually everybody will respect it and everybody will move accordingly.
Mhm.
And that's what happened. Like,
I didn't see anything toxic online. Like and we don't know Cardi B and Offset or other people like that, so I don't even want to make it about them. It's not about them, but you see how people online, they throwing their business out there. Any one of them, baby. They throwing their business out there like that. They act like they never cared for each other at all whatsoever.
Because they're idiots.
And with you, like you was with him for 10 years. I didn't see shit. I didn't even know y'all was broken up.
Yeah, a lot of
I'ma
people
keep it
didn't know. First of all, I'm grown as hell. Like, I would never do that. Second of all, my baby daddy don't even play like that. So if you want to embarrass him online, he gonna embarrass you in real life. So while I'm standing on somebody's couch having a time of my life, like, my baby daddy will come in there and drag my ass out if I think I'm gonna like embarrass him online. Like, it's not gonna go down like that. So now we fighting in the club, and you feel me? So
because I was about to say, you juvie, you ain't gonna let nobody.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Out.
Like, and that's how I think about going online. Like, I think about what will happen afterwards, and it'll be so much bullshit that I would just be like, yeah, I wouldn't do that. But at the same time, remember, I just got baptized last year. Like, I've got deeper into my spirituality. Like, toxic stuff like that, I just don't entertain anymore. I don't see the use of it. I don't even see the use of people in your business. Like, Offset and Cardi B, I'm very disappointed because it's like, bro, like, you guys are too famous to be saying the stuff that y'all saying about each other. Like, and you can't take that back, and it doesn't go anywhere, and you have kids.
And you know how, like we just was saying earlier, kids is so advanced, right?
Yeah.
You think that when they go to school, them kids is not talking about you?
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. That's what happens to the kids. Like, they parents start to talk about them. So for me, it was just like, nobody has to know anything. We know what's going on. We understand what's going on, and people will know eventually, right? Because I didn't start dating for real until like 2 years after. Because I was just like, I needed a break, bro. Like, I just needed a break from relationship, period. Like, I don't want to see no nigga. I don't want to hear about it. Just leave it alone, right? But after a while, it was like, okay, I think I'm ready to like at least start dating. And it goes from there. But
Can you okay, help me understand the psyche of the woman that, or men too. I could speak on that too, where they do jump out the window and just throw their baby daddy or baby mom under the bus. Like,
it's all to embarrass you. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no other reason.
But you
for
chose that person.
It's all to embarrass you. First, okay, so here's the thing. My baby okay, so it's what you know that this person would never do. My baby father, one, is not chatting me with nobody.
Okay.
Like, that I know. Like, you could go to him a million times. Maybe his mom. You feel me? But that's cool. That's his mom.
That's his mom. That's
But
Mom Dukes.
he's not going to go chat me with nobody.
See, that's a real man.
Right? Two, he's never going to post me online doing no crazy stuff or saying no crazy stuff about me online. That's not stuff that he do, period. And not just me, anybody. Like, he's just not that type of person.
Yeah.
So why would I do that to him? I would never do that to him. And in the beginning, remember last episode I said it, in the beginning I used to like be catty and do little shit like that. And he was just like, you look mad dumb because you come back to me every time. And I was like, damn, like, that dude looks stupid.
See,
like,
I like a dude like that.
I be going in, like, and then 2 days later it's me and him at somebody's party or something. And he just looks stupid.
And we have kids together.
So it's like, I wouldn't do that to him because I know he wouldn't do that to me. Obviously, Cardi B knows that Offset is going to do this, and Offset knows that Cardi B is going to do this. So they try to beat each other to the punch, and it's dumb. You know what I mean?
I used to hate, like, I'm not going to front. Like, one of the mothers of my kids, she used to be like, when we was over with, don't have no girl around my daughter. Don't have no, I'm like, I used to hate that because, one, as a Jamaican man, we don't even move like that anyway. Most Jamaican men, like real Jamaican men, they don't want their kids around a bunch of women because then those women start to assume that they're more than what they are. Right? So you got to be careful with that. So I used to hate when she say that, but it's like, you can't control what goes on in my house.
Exactly.
And I can't control what goes on in your house.
Exactly.
Right? But I think that happens because you're not over the person 100%. Because now you're not saying that. Now you don't care at all who's around your daughter. And like you said, you know the type of person I am. You know me. You know I'm strict. You know I'm stern.
Yeah.
So treat me like how you know I would move.
Yeah, that's the same for me and my baby father. Like, I'm not going to tell him don't have no girl around my, you feel me? And he's not going to say that. But what he will say is know yourself. Like, know who you having around my kid. And it's the same for him. Like, and I don't even think we ever said, we just know each other and how we are with, like, he knows how I am with my son.
Yeah.
I know how he is with his daughter. They're both still innocent kids that have never been, tampered with.
Yeah.
So with this little girl, it's like, okay, we know where we at.
Yes.
Just don't be stupid
Yeah.
with my kid. And that's it. Like, so we never really had that like tit for tat conversation. And it's funny, I know who she's around with him. He knows who she's around with me. And we're both comfortable.
Mhm.
So it's working.
Yeah.
It's working. But that baby mama, baby daddy drama, that shit happens because they still want each other. Point blank, period. There's no
Period.
other reason for it.
Listen, when me and the mothers of my kids was over, it was over. Like my cutoff game is phenomenal,
Mine too.
right? It's phenomenal. And I'm not going to go back to you and keep trying to have sex because I feel like then you got something over me.
Yeah, and I can go to anybody and have sex. So it's like,
You
I don't
feel
need
me?
to go to
I don't
you.
want you to have that mind control or feel like you have that mind control over me. So nope, I'm cutting off the sex. I'm cutting off certain communication.
I be
Let's speak about our kids.
I be telling niggas, yo, let me tell you. My cutoff game so damn smooth, bro. I
Mhm.
promise you, I look you in your face like I never touched you in my life. Like, please don't play with me and act like you could play with me and
Mhm.
keep like I'm not that girl. I will see you and not see you.
Yeah, yeah.
And you'll be looking at me like this dirty blood clot
Yeah.
girl after I have her up in her room. Yeah, you have me, but Papa, me no know what you talk about. You know much
Yeah.
man me look for now. Me no know what you
Yup,
talk about.
yup.
Me no know what you talk. Me no know which girl you talk about.
It's a bunch of girls I ain't claiming.
You're mad?
It's a bunch of bodies that would never
I don't
be
know
claimed.
what you talking about, bro. And don't think you could tell somebody something about me. Because I'm going to be like, me, this,
Do, mama.
not me. You're mad, no, but
Right.
not me. So I be telling them, don't, if you have me, cherish me and appreciate the fact that you have me.
Yeah.
Because I'm a great person to have.
Mhm.
And I know that.
Mhm.
So once I feel like you playing with me, I'm going to play with you back.
Yeah,
And playing with you back means you'll never have access to me again.
yeah.
Ever.
What's your views on like being submissive in a relationship?
I think you can be submissive to. Okay, so in order to be submissive, right, you have to have something to be submissive to.
Okay, talk to me.
So if you're a real man, and you're a great leader, and I don't have to worry about certain things,
Mm-hmm.
providing security, protection, love, attention, then there's no reason for me not to be submissive. I have everything I need. Other stuff, personal stuff that he can't help or be a part of. Like, some people, they deal with mental issues and they deal with certain things like that. And even a great man will understand eventually how to deal with that stuff with you. But to be submissive, you have to have something to be submissive to.
Yeah.
And I think the problem nowadays is the men are the women and the women are the men. So it's like, you can't be submissive because your man
Yeah.
is just as much as a bitch as you.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't get her to listen because, nigga, you don't look like a great leader to me.
She see herself in you.
Yeah. Yeah, like you not really a great leader to me.
Yeah,
Nigga, look at you. Like,
Yeah,
what?
Yeah.
So I think submissive is shoot.
I am disappointed in the men of today
I'm
because
telling you.
what's his name? Anthony Edwards.
Edwards. Yeah.
Right? I when I read that message when he was like to the young lady, I don't remember what her name was, but one of the supposedly mother of his kid, he said, if you have the baby, I ain't gonna be in the kid life. I ain't gonna have nothing to do with it.
You're
I'm like-
disappointed in him?
Like, damn.
How are you disappointed in
But
him?
I'm saying he's a black man. So they look at one black man as if it's all of us. So the stigma on black men is they don't take care of their family. They run out on their family. They leave and go get milk and don't come back. You get what
All
I'm
right,
saying?
so let me tell you this. As a woman, a man tell her that you still have that baby there?
Yeah, but that's a great point. I can only speak on the men point of view, right? You know you don't want to have a child with her, but you still go and ejaculate inside of her. You know what happens. You are the key.
Mm-hmm.
You are the first step,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or God is the first step. Then it's you. Then is the woman because it's left in her, right? You could just come in her and walk away like it's nothing. And there's too many men doing that. not thinking about the consequences. You have no love for her. So why are you leaving your seed inside of that person? Listen, let me tell you something. I'm going to be 100% real with you.
Mhm.
You remember you used to be like, damn, JB, and you had a lot of girls. Yeah, but those was a lot of empty bodies.
Mhm.
After I finished having sex with her, I felt empty.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? So it's
So
like,
Lily make you feel full.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Real talk.
Okay. Shout out to you, girl.
Sorry, bleep you out. But no, real talk. So you can't be having empty sex with these women and coming inside of them and expect something not to happen. So I hear your point of why would she go have a baby with him, for him, but why not? He's a millionaire. So she's like, okay,
That's
this
my
is not
point,
love.
Javian. That's my point. That's my point. These women already know before they sleep with that man what kind of man that is. So you go sleep with that man, right? And I'm sure none of them are saying, hey, do you have a condom? None of them are saying that, right? And they know what kind of man this is.
Mhm.
But they continuously go sleep with him. They continuously let him ejaculate in them. And then they're like, oh, I'm pregnant. And he says the same thing every time. I'm not going to be a part of that baby's life. And they're like, okay, well, let me get my check and keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
So I don't feel sorry for nobody.
So we have
Everybody
babies for
knows
child
what they're
support?
getting themselves into unless if they don't know.
Yeah.
The only way he's wrong is if he courted a girl and
Yeah.
made her feel special and told her whatever happens, I'll be there for you. And
Mhm.
then does that. And then, he's like, nah,
Yeah.
forget you. That's when he's wrong. But they all know who they're sleeping with. They
Yeah.
all know who they're sleeping with. So if they sleep with you and they know you a millionaire and they know what kind of man you are, you think they give a fuck if you keeping this baby or
Nah,
not?
They don't.
They don't even think as much to, oh my God, this baby will not have a father.
That's what I'm
going to
saying.
affect him. They don't give a fuck about the baby either. Because if you did, you probably wouldn't have it.
Yeah.
Because that's not cool either. You
Yeah.
know before this baby gets here that this baby has
Yeah.
no dad.
None.
But you still have that baby because it's a check at the end of it. And they're going to say, no, I love my kid. You
Mhm.
love your kid, you would wait to have a real baby with a
Yeah.
real nigga that wants your baby.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Me, a nigga tell me that, unless if I'm chasing a check,
Mhm.
I'm not having that baby.
Yeah.
And that's just point blank, period. You tell me to my face, like, if you have this baby, I'm not going to be in this baby's life.
And
da-da-da-da-da.
mind you have 2 kids. Like you have kids. So it's not like you never had a kid and you just speaking out your ass. Like, no, you're
No,
keeping it real. Miss Producer, what's up?
So the woman with this situation, her name is Aisha Howard,
Mm-hmm.
and she's also the mother of little baby's son.
Right. And she did a video saying, oh, it looked like when y'all was choosing y'all baby daddy, y'all was choosing poverty.
And I agree with her. It's not her fault. It's not her fault. I don't know if she the one complaining saying, oh, this and this and that and the third. But like I said, she pretty much looks like she's after a check.
Yeah, but I think that's a different girl.
Yeah.
It's the same one?
It's Aisha Howard, and there's a couple of different claims.
I don't
Apparently
think she was
got-
one of the ones complaining though.
Nah, I don't think she was complaining, baby. It's another one.
She was just one of the ones saying, y'all mad at me because both my baby daddy's rich, but I'm in a rich
No,
circle.
but this
so
is the with the person you're talking about. What's his name? Sorry.
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards. That's who's having the claim. Apparently, she got $100K for an abortion, but that's a rumor.
Oh, it is her. Yeah.
So it's
okay.
multiple things of like you had messages, you had conversations of not having, and you still chose to have the child.
So she's the one that had the text messages come
Yes.
out. So it is her.
that is the
Oh,
same person
so
you guys
it
are
is her
speaking
then.
about.
Yeah. Damn.
100,000 to get the abortion. And he was like, nah, nigga, I could get $1 million.
Yeah. He told her to go get an abortion.
And I'm trying to tell you that if it was me, I would probably do it the same way. Like if I'm after a bag,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, nah, we can do $1 million.
We could do $1 million.
Guaranteed. That nigga gonna have to come up off that $1 million.
It's like you gambling. It's like
That's
you go
my
to the
point,
casino.
bro. That's why I'm not feeling sorry for no woman that have a baby for a man that don't want the baby.
Damn.
You knew that.
Yeah.
He was willing to pay you $100,000 to get the abortion. If you really cared about that baby, you would have got the abortion.
Yeah.
Because why would you bring a child into this world knowing that he has a father that does not want him
Mhm.
or her? That's not cool.
Listen.
Unless if, again, you really want a child and this just happens to be who you breed for
Yeah.
and you don't even want no money.
Yeah.
That's how you show me you really want that baby.
Yeah.
You don't even want no money. Just give me this a month time because this is your child and that's cool.
Mhm.
But them, nah, they negotiating. Nah, give me 1.5 million
Mm-hmm.
one time. Nah, I'm not buying it.
Because damn, bro.
I gotta agree with Farrah. There are women that they plan that out.
I'm not buying
No,
it.
I agree with
Fully.
y'all too. But as the man, I hold
The man
key.
accountable.
I hold the key. So without my seed, you cannot have my baby. So that's my issue where you know from jump, you know from you meet this girl, because the industry is so small. What we realize is they recycle the same women, right? So if you know a rapper or a few rappers that's been with this girl or been with this woman, right? And you know you're not going to take her serious, why are you giving her your seed?
Because
Like,
it feel good. Let's be real.
like it's an ego thing.
It feels good to come inside of wherever you are.
Nah.
To pull out and like that's a
Oh.
lot going on.
Listen, once I learned that I cannot have more than 2 baby mom, that's it. Like, that's it. That's it. I don't want no more than
But-
2.
But
Ain't no
did
but.
not feel good.
It feel good.
All right then.
But what comes after that? If
Him
you,
no business. This is you are talking about you. We are talking about Anthony Edwards. Him no business. It feel good in there. It feel good in there.
feel good in there.
Yeah. And that's all he cares about, obviously.
Damn.
Got him out there give out money.
Money.
Right now, I'm about to send one of my homegirls over there. Like, listen, girl, just had a baby. Fuck.
So you made it to the NBA just to give away your money, pretty much.
I mean, that's what he's young, right?
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah, I think
He'll
this should
learn
last
soon.
forever.
He'll learn soon. Like, damn, why I did this. It
I'm
is what it
sorry.
is, though. Let him have his fun. He's young.
No, black men, we got to do better. We got to be there for our kids. We got to be there for our seeds.
Y'all do
You
got to be there
understand?
for y'all kids, though.
We do. We can't do that, bro. Money does not. That's another thing too, right? Money does not fix all of the problems when it comes to raising a child, right? Material things. It takes more than material things to raise a child. You got to install discipline into a child, structure, manners, how they behave, what they know. You get what I'm saying? Like how they speak to others. My mom raised me telling me, hey, when you grow up, this is what's going to get you through life. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Please and thank you. Those type of things. If you're not teaching your kids that, then who is? Like the family structure nowadays and the family tradition, like what do you feel about that? Like you feel like we're losing tradition? Like even sitting around a table and just eating?
Yes. I feel like the new generation, like the new adults suck, which is us. We suck. We don't try to keep tradition. And I'm kind of talking about myself too, because I like different stuff. I don't
Mhm.
like to do the same thing all the time, but I do understand certain traditions like grouping up together for Christmas time, grouping up together for Thanksgiving, doing just barbecues for no reason, like
Mhm.
just family reunions, everybody going to church on Sunday, like certain things, eating around the table. That's one of them. I don't even have a table in my apartment. That's how much we don't eat
Right.
around table. Like I don't even have one. But those things are like getting lost some way, somehow. And we're relying more on other things to like, I don't know, raise our kids for us
Mhm.
and like teach them that kind of structure when we can just teach them. Like, I'm so glad of the circles that I'm in because I don't even know if they know, but like by is it vicariously? Is that what I want to say? But like with them, like they do certain things. Like my homegirl Carla, like her family does like a Juneteenth thing every
Mhm.
year. So like me and my kids will go there and we'll do the Juneteenth with them. And then I have another set of friends. Actually, it's Carla too. Her family does like a big Thanksgiving. Like her family is very traditional.
Yeah.
Let me say that. Her
Yeah.
family is very traditional. Like they're going to do things every year, same way. Pajamas, if it's pajamas, you know, and I get to be a part of those things and my kids get to be a part of those things because my family's far. My family's Orlando, Tampa,
Mm.
St. Croix, Texas. Like
Wow.
we're not really here. So through other people's family, that's what I
Mhm.
wanted to say. Living vicariously through other people's families, I still get to do traditional things with my kids.
Yeah.
So I do feel like as the new adults, like even 4th of July, like you could hardly find a barbecue. And it used to be barbecues everywhere with the
Mhm.
old adults. But with the new adults, it's like, yeah, it's cool to go to a party. Yes, it is cool. But like, that's not like that's not it. Like,
Mhm.
you know, the party used to be at the nighttime or whatever barbecue you at turned into
That's
a party. You get what I'm
That's
saying?
the vibes.
So like, that kind of stuff is weird to me. Like, how do we not have nowhere to go for Labor Day?
Yeah.
Like, how do we not have nowhere to go for like 4th of July or like Easter? Like, just why is everybody not going to church for Easter?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you don't go to church no other time, but Easter, you're supposed to go to church.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so.
How was that going for you? Like you just got baptized. What you say, a year ago?
Mhm.
How's that been going for you?
Man, it's a hard walk, boy.
Yeah.
For me, at least. Like, this is a hard walk because, like, you know, you get convicted.
Mm-hmm.
You get convicted. You feel conviction in a lot of stuff. And you just start to feel like, dang, am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? Am I doing this? Am I supposed to? And it's just like, it's a lot of noise. So like, I always tell myself, no matter what, like, I know I'm blessed because of the life that I live.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen God do things for me, for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll never forget 2007 or 8, right? I was just going through the worst summer I thought of my life, right? And I was like, God, like, I was at work, you know, when you're going through like relationship problems, you can't focus at work. So I left my desk. I went outside. I'm praying. I'm like, God, just send me a sign that I'm going to be okay. Like, I'm going to be fine. Like, I just feel like I'm failing or something, whatever I said. And a plane crashed. This was over there on Cypress Creek. So one of them little planes crashed like right in front of me, like literally. But at the time, I'm like, yo, somebody call 911, da 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 da. Like literally within the 6 months, like I got my car back. Like I was just doing great, like within the 6 months, right? So then I just, like one day I was like, hold up. I had asked God for a sign. You think that's what that plane crash was? Like, why would he send a sign like that? But I've seen stuff like that happen in my life so many times. Like, I think we spoke on here where that shooting happened at that party we was all at. And like, I didn't get shot. Like, do you know how many of those I've been in and I didn't get shot? And it's like, dang, like that had to be God there too, you know?
Yeah.
Or like accidents, bad accidents that I've been in, or just around some people that I don't even know who I'm around, but I somehow don't end up being a victim of rape or don't end up, you know, uncomfortable or whatever. I don't know. I just look at all of those as like God always having his hand on me. So I got baptized because I felt like that was me giving myself back. Like, you've had me this whole time. Like, even that last 2 years before, like between 2003, 2004, man, that was a rough time. That's when I separated from my baby father, and it was just a rough time.
So
and
2023, you mean?
Yeah. God carried me through that. Like, I watched him carry me through that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was like, all right, now I'm here. Now I'm back to myself. Now I got everything I need. My place, my car, my kids, my business. Everything is structured. Who else but God? So I got to give something back to him, you know?
Yeah.
So I gave myself back to him.
Nah, that's real. That's real, because nobody can tell me there's not a God.
Exactly.
You understand? I was raised with my grandma taking me to church every Sunday, Christian, right? But my dad is a Rasta, straight bongo Rasta, big locks, everything, like Rasta. So Saturdays we go to the bingy, and then Sunday we go to church, and then Wednesday, you know, you got Bible study and all of that. Sometimes Saturday in the mornings you got to go to church. So trust me, I spend a lot of time in the church, and I know that there is a God. Nobody can tell me nothing. I done seen the works of God. You understand? I don't know which religion is right, which one is wrong.
And that's why I don't study religion.
Exactly.
That's why I say spiritual journey.
Yes.
Like, even I go to a Christian church, shout out my pastor Tracy, but I'm not trying to be Christian.
Yeah.
I just like who I'm following, which is Pastor Tracy, and I like her preaching, and I feel like she does connect to God, which means that her connecting to God is connecting to me.
Yeah.
But to say I want to be a Christian person, I don't want to be any religion at all. Because my mom's side is Catholic and my dad's side is Christian. Like, I got my first communion, and I'm also in the church as baptized. So it's like, I don't believe in none of that stuff.
I believe God knows my heart.
Yeah. I believe there's a God. I believe he really watches over me. Like I always
Yes.
tell people, I'm one of God's favorite people. And I truly believe
Yeah.
that because of the way my life plays out.
Mhm.
So I just keep it at that. Like I don't let nobody try to trick me into
Mhm.
doing nothing else or force me. I think that's another reason why I like my pastor, because she's not forcing me to be anything that I'm not. Like,
Mhm.
and I tell her, like, girl, not having sex is hard. Like,
Yeah.
how you do that?
Yeah.
She's like, well, just stop. And I'm like, okay, girl, but it's
Mhm.
do you know who I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, say it like it's so easy, bro. Like,
Yeah.
or it's like smoking. Like, do you know my kids? Do you know
Right.
why I smoke?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
But when you start thinking, like, you know, and you start having these thoughts, you start feeling conflicted, and eventually, like, things just start to shed. I realize that, like, certain things don't interest you that interest you before.
Facts.
So I'm
That's-
realizing, like, that's happening to me
Yeah.
slowly, where it's like, I'm not really too into the dance hall again or trying to go, like, out at night. I really like brunches.
Yeah.
Like, if I
yeah, I
can
see
get,
brunch is a thing.
I'm trying to tell you, if I could get drunk by 8 and be in my bed by 9, that works for me.
Bro, we get
I don't
old.
care what. I don't care who thinks what.
Listen, if I could be fully in my pajamas and everything spliff rolled and my bedtime spliff rolled by 10 to go to sleep,
I did a great thing.
yes.
Like the other day, I got in my bed and was like, this is what people be talking about. Like, this shit feels so good.
Bruh. And then you wake up early with so much energy.
I
bro.
wake up early.
Well, I
like
wake
you.
up early. I'm sorry.
But I wake up early every day, mad as hell. Like, damn.
Nah, I
man.
wake up ready. I'm like, listen, I make my breakfast because I told you I'm trying to gain weight because I came from 130 or 135, 130 to now 150 or 155. I'm tripping. So I had to really wake up in the morning, 6 o'clock, make a big breakfast, eat, and then eat again by 9, 10 o'clock, then to go to the gym. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I had to be consistent and disciplined to gain that weight. Like, I was tired of being skinny, bro. I was tired, bro. Juvie, come with me, Farrah. I'll take you to the gym with me, bro. I'll take you with me. Do 1 hour.
Hit the gym.
I'm still trying to convert Miss Producer. You know what I'm saying? She got kickboxing class today. You know what I mean? But
Oh
real
my
talk, though.
goodness. I need to get healthier though. I think that's God speaking through everybody, because everybody tells me that. Like, let's just go to the gym. Let's just go to the gym. So
Bro,
stuff like that. When I keep hearing the same thing over and over again, I feel like it's God talking to me
slim
through people.
women, y'all got an advantage over thick girls. Because once you start eating and putting on that weight, you get thick. See, the ones that's already thick or fat, they got to lose the weight and turn it into muscle, right? To start looking a certain way. Bro,
I'm the
when you
most-
see your thighs, bro?
I'm the most undisciplined person ever, bro. Like, the only time I'm disciplined is if it's to get some money.
Yeah,
Other than that,
yeah.
like, if I don't have to, like, I don't gotta go to the gym. That's another thing to me too. It's like, oh,
But
well,
that's
I'm
why you
skinny.
should do it. But that's why you
I don't
should
gotta
do it.
go to the gym, but I'm so unhealthy. I walk up one flight of stairs and
You-
be like,
no, you got to. See,
so bad.
Joe Rogan said something that I agree with. He said, do the hard thing first. In the morning, the rest of your day is a breeze. And it's true. When I go and I give it my all in the morning, everything else is easy. Nobody bothers me. Nothing annoys me like that. Like, nah, I'm good. Because I got it all out.
This is God talking through you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All that frustration and sometimes the stress. Now I'm in boxing and kickboxing. I do both, boxing and kickboxing. So now I'm getting all that stress out. Sometimes you feel like you want to scream. Now you got an excuse to scream.
Right. I do boxing for sure.
Listen, trust me.
I would box the shit.
but wait. So listen. Because we can talk about the health and the fitness stuff some other time. You know, that's what I be on. So back to the church stuff, right? So now that new into the whole church experience, I'm sure you've been to church many times. The
Mhm.
island people, we always
I
go
was
to church.
raised in the church.
Right, exactly.
Like, dead ass.
But how did you feel when you saw Marvin Sapp try to lock the people into the church?
Yo, I was like, this nigga is tripping. That nigga said, lock them doors.
Lock them doors.
He was like, it's 1,000 people here and 1,000 people online. I need 40. I think he said $40 from everybody or
What?
something. Or 100. I don't know what he
20
said.
from
He was
these
trying
people,
to raise
100 from these
40,000. I know that. He was trying to raise 40,000. And I'm just like, yeah, this ain't it.
Marvin Sapp, you got a hit record, bro. You could give us 40,000,
Yeah,
bro.
that's not it. That's not it. I think he just kind of shook up his little. I wonder how many people went to his church the next Sunday.
Listen, I'm sure they went.
You
I'm
think
sure-
so?
You know why I think so?
Because he's a celebrity?
Not just because he's a celebrity. Farrah, there's a church in Mexico. Miss Producer, I think it's Mexico.
Oh, yeah, they promised.
There's a church in Mexico, not promised, they're selling acres in heaven, and they made millions of dollars. Millions of dollars, okay?
So that's when I'll be telling you that we not living up to our damn potential. Because whoever the fuck that motherfucker is, I want to know who he is, and I want to be his friend. Because if you can sell heaven acres, you never go there so yet.
We said heaven acres.
Heaven acres.
Heaven
That's what it
acres.
is. If
For
you could sell
$100.
heaven acres.
Hold on, what you said, Miss
It
Producer?
was $100 per square feet.
100.
And how much did they make?
They've made over $1 million.
So I know people went to church the next week. Okay?
So, like, do they get to see these acres that they're buying? Do they get a walkthrough?
Do they get a like
what are they saying to convince you? That's
We
what I'm
will-
telling
we
you, bro.
will-
We whatless.
We
We
will
whatless.
definitely.
That's why we poor.
Yeah.
That's
We'll
exactly
post a
why.
flyer. They did make a flyer, and you do see a house. So we'll get that clip so you guys could see how they were.
So you see how heaven might look.
Yes, and you see a family of 4 walking up
The stairs.
the stairs,
The stairways
the
to heaven.
clouds, and so that was their advertisement.
That is crazy, and this is legit. This is really happening.
This is really
This is
happening.
true.
And the square feet that were closer to God cost more.
Excuse me?
Yes.
So the square feet. Okay, so because
if
I
you
need this.
wanted
Hold
to-
on, hold on. I need this for a clip. So there's a church in New Mexico that is selling acres of heaven acres, right, for $100, and they made millions of dollars. And the people that is closer to God
Have to buy more.
buy more, or it costs more to be closer to God.
Those square feet were.
Well,
higher-
how do we
higher
know where
price.
God is?
Where-
How do we know? How are they doing it? Like, how do we know?
They advertised it? So
Again, this is why we're poor, and other people out there are living better than us because we
Yo.
have no imagination. We have no drive. We should be disappointed in ourselves. Because if a nigga's out there selling heaven acres, and we
Heaven
can't sell subscriptions to this podcast,
Facts.
then you guys,
Facts.
we're not doing what we need to do over here.
I'm
Because
starting
this
a
is some
Patreon today.
bullshit. This is some bullshit. This is crazy. I saw that, but I was like, that's crazy. Like,
Do you know how much I agree with you right now?
no, seriously, if y'all don't subscribe and these motherfuckers in Mexico buying heaven acres, then y'all just show us how much y'all
You
care
have
about
another
us.
fun fact, producer?
well, the pastor says that he spoke to God directly, and he said that he granted him permission to do this.
Got
so
it.
this is why, I guess, the people have fallen.
Got
gullible.
it. Say less.
I'm gonna ask my pastor about
Say
this.
this. Say less.
I mean, like, girl, God ain't tell you to sell no acres.
What? Listen, why God always talking to them directly? God ain't talking to us? Because I
Yo. When you say that, like when somebody says God told me to tell you, I'll be looking at them like,
why he ain't tell me directly? I must
Mm-mm.
not be listening to something because I talk to
Mm-mm.
God every night.
I just look at them like, yeah, God ain't tell you to tell me. It depends though. It depends on who you are.
Yeah, that's true. That's
It
true.
depends
that's true.
on. I would never forget. You know, Crybaby.
Yes.
Crybaby came to me one day in the club. We both drunk and high as hell. He came to me and was like, Juvie, God tell me for tell you, say, you I next one. You are gonna make it.
I could believe that.
And you need for stop doubt yourself and this and that. And I was just like, damn, you think God told Crybaby that shit for real?
Yes, I could believe that because
He really-
sometimes things be on your spirit and you gotta say it.
Yeah, he really came to me in the middle of the club. And I know he was drunk because it was like 3:45, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we was kind of like the last people trickling out. And he told me that. And I was like, okay, friend, well, if God told you,
Yeah.
then I got to step my
You gotta,
shit up.
You gotta step it up.
I got to do what I got to do then. That was crazy.
Because the thing is, I got you, Miss Producer. The thing is, we see how ambitious you are. And I want to say more than just ambitious, bro. You do. And I know you hard on yourself because I'm hard on myself too. And we going to figure this thing out because we together now with this. But we see how ambitious you are and you always trying. Like I'm telling you, from the fashion to you trying music, dance, managing, styling, bro. The list goes on and on and on. That's why the girl was saying you didn't sell yourself properly because other people that know you, that know Juvie, could probably sell you better than you can yourself. Like,
which I guess is a good problem to have.
Yeah,
it's not
it
a
is.
bad problem.
No, it definitely is.
That's
It
a good
definitely is.
problem.
And I want to say, stay on your spiritual journey. Don't let nobody deter you from that. And I like your perspective on it, where is, look, I'm not trying to be labeled as a Christian or this or that, but I know God is real, and that's how I look at it.
Yeah,
And I
very
know
real.
God
And you
know
gotta
my
tap
heart.
in.
You
You
have
gotta
to.
tap in.
You
And I
have
don't know
to.
if you noticed, but it's a lot of people tapping in. Like, look at B. Simone, Pretty V,
Yeah.
Tiana Taylor.
Yeah.
What's that? What's my guy, man? DC Young Fly. Like, DC Young Fly is so spiritual, like on another level.
We went to B. Simone when she had the other podcast. We went to their live podcast. Listen, their live podcast was lit. It wasn't a stadium. It was a theater, but a big theater. Their joint was big. I'm sorry they couldn't keep their podcast going, but at that show they definitely kept God in there.
Yeah. Because
Like,
that girl is a Christian. The other girl,
Yes.
I don't know her name, but she's a Christian, that girl.
yeah,
So like, it's not about like labels to me. It's about just connecting with God. And
Yeah.
I'm already connected. I've been connected my whole life. So it's like just tapping back in. I always say, like, raise your kids in church because they'll stray away, but they'll go back. Like, that happened to me. Like, I raised my kids in church because they need to know.
yeah.
And then once they know, they'll go try this and try that and do all this, but they'll go back eventually because they
Yeah.
know right from wrong.
yeah.
Like, real right from wrong. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah. Farrah, before we get up out of here, anything else you want to tell our viewers, man?
Bougie Backyard, July 26th. We are coming with that. Bougie Backyard, July 26th. We are coming with our all-female, powerful, entrepreneurial panel. So I'm excited about that.
You said the Bougie Backyard thing. That reminded me of something. Kind of give me goosebumps. You don't know this, but you are the first person that ever did a birthday party for me. You remember that?
What?
Yeah. Okay, let me fix it. The first person I ever allowed to do, like, you remember?
Yeah, it was at
Remember?
Art Basilisk. I
Yeah,
think that
Art
was
Basilisk.
2019, I
Yeah.
think.
The first person I ever allowed to
Do a birthday party?
a birthday thing, gathering, whatever for me. Yeah.
That was nice. I was just looking at those videos the other day because you mean something to us.
Nah, that's a fact.
I like giving people their flowers,
Yeah.
especially when they alive. And
Yeah,
you've
so
been
sorry
in
to
my
cut your
life
wisdom
so
that just
long.
popped in my head, and I was like, damn, I gotta give her flowers for doing that, because other people have tried and stuff. Like Shay was the only person that I allowed to do a dinner for me because I don't like all that, man. Like, I just want us to vibe, bro. Let's just vibe. Let's go do something. Like, let's vibe. I don't want all that spectacle and all eyes on me and all of that. So, but yeah, I had to give you your flowers for that. But sorry, go ahead. Bougie Backyard.
Well, thank you. Bougie Backyard, July 26th. Y'all make sure y'all go get y'all tickets. It's in my bio and the Bougie Backyard Brunch bio. And then I have Masterminds with Danielle Jeter. It's actually her event. It's a 3-day event, May 16th through the 18th. So check that out on DP Jeter. That's on Instagram at DP Jeter. What else?
Miss Producer said we got a minute.
Yeah, I can't think of nothing else. So
All right. Yeah, nah, listen. Be Selfishly got something coming up soon. So we'll talk about that coming soon. But that's it. Ignorance is bliss until it's not. Thank you for watching and listening to the Partially Ignorant podcast. Yes.
why are we busting shots? That's crazy. Why did I do that? Why did we do that?